Hi, this is Mike Brown, owner of Death Wish Coffee Company. Welcome to Fueled by Deathcast.
I love Jeff, but sweet and hot. Whoop, there's so much drama, coffee spot.
Death Wish Coffee presents Fueled by Deathcast, the world's strongest podcast. With your hosts, the incredible Jeff and the amazing D-Man.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of Fueled by Deathcast. This is episode 54.
54.
Yes, and we got some really fun stuff planned for this episode. And as always, I'm the incredible Jeff.
And I'm Dustin.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 50%.
50% Dustin. Oh, man. Well, okay. Well, you're still the amazing D-Man in my heart, and that's what matters. We're going to start this show off, but first, like you guys know, every single week we give away a mug, and this one's a doozy because it's coming out this week, the Old Man Winter mug. We're giving it away. Share this feed, comment shared in the comments, and you'll get a chance to win the Old Man Winter.
You guys know the drill. This mug is awesome.
Uh-huh.
And look, it's number 3,776, the year I was born.
Yes, 3,776. But yeah, so you will be able to win a mug before you can buy it, which is tomorrow, and we'll talk about that more in the show. Are you going to kiss it for good luck?
Not now that
See, you
you've
don't
said
tell
it.
D-Man to do anything. As soon as you tell D-Man to do something, he won't do it. There it is. Oh, my God, he did it while I wasn't paying attention. As always, let's thank our good friend, Brock Powell.
BrockVox.com.
He is amazing. He's the guy behind all the amazing voices on this show and a lot of amazing voices you hear on cartoons today. And you can go check him out, like you said, BrockVox.com. Also, thanks to our friends over at Blackmagic Design. Blackmagic Design creates all the technology that we use to make this show look pretty darn cool, if I don't say so myself.
I sometimes wonder, in a parallel universe, when we don't have this equipment, what this podcast looks like.
I know exactly what it would look like. It would be us on a GoPro, like barely visible, like in a fisheye lens.
Like overdriven sound.
Yeah.
Like it would be almost unwatchable.
Yeah, but, we're really excited that we found this company, and we're going to continually buy products from them. I'll tell you that for nothing. The reason why D-Man and myself are a little rough around the edges today is because we just got back from our first adventure of the year, basically, of the new season.
No. Well, oh yeah, okay, so we're in the new season.
Yes,
right,
the new season of the show.
The first adventure of the new season.
Right. We went down to Walker Stalker, New Jersey, and we moderated a couple panels, one of them being with the incredible Michael Rooker, and that is D-Man right there riding him like a horse. And I think I got a picture of myself with him, too. We had an incredible experience on stage with him. That was Saturday.
It was not really a panel. It was more of a martial arts demonstration, and
Yeah.
I mean that.
Yeah, and we are going to put together a little mini episode this week, like we do every time when we go take the show on the road. We're going to come out with a Walker Stalker, New Jersey spectacular, and we'll recap all of the fun we had over the last 2 days down in Jersey.
And, we're getting a lot better at doing these, and the idea will be it'll be like you're there with us.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about everything, but you get to see it as we talk about it.
Yeah, we
so-
walked the floor a couple times and took the cameras along with us, and we recapped what we were doing, and we even are going to hopefully put in some footage of some of the panels we got to moderate. So
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So look out for that episode tomorrow, as well as the normal episode number 54 with a very special guest, the drummer of a little band called Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, I think I've heard of them once
Yes.
or twice.
Secret code unlocked. Discount of death.
So this week, if you type in the discount code Cannibal, Jeff, spell Cannibal.
CANNIBAL.
This will give you a whopping 20% off the Artist Series set by Jeremy Fish.
Incredible. And you know the holidays are coming. They're right around the corner. And what an amazing gift to give, because you're not just giving the gift of coffee. Personally speaking, if there's coffee under the tree for me, I'm a happy guy. But this is so much more than that, because the bag of coffee has the image that a renowned artist Jeremy Fish did for us, and then also the tin that it comes in. It's a collectible tin. And you also get a numbered print that was made beautifully in an incredible way. You can find out all the information right on our website with this. And when you purchase this, type in the word cannibal and you'll get 20% off.
Yeah, if you have somebody on your gift list that's artist type, this is definitely the perfect thing to get for them. You probably don't even realize, but that artist, friend, or family member most likely knows who Jeremy Fish is.
That's for sure.
If you don't, because he's next level.
He is
awesome.
next level. Hopefully we're going to get him on the podcast one of these days. But once again, Cannibal, 20% off, goes till Wednesday, December 20th.
Science!
Okay, science this week. This was something that hit the science waves, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's not necessarily a new piece of information, but we're getting some new data. Our planet, the planet Earth, actually hums. Did you know this, D-Man?
I know that we have listened to certain frequencies from other planets, including the moon. But is it really making that sound, or we're actually listening?
Well,
so the way I understand it, everything has like a visual frequency.
Correct. And it's great that you bring that up, because our entire solar system, each planet has its own noise, basically. Now, there is no noise in space, so it's not like we're really gaining this. But what scientists can do is they can measure the type and level of radiation that is given off from each planet and then convert that into sound waves.
Right.
And that actually becomes the sound of the planets of our solar system. And I actually have a fun little video, and these sounds that you're going to hear are those actual sounds of the planets. Again, the radiation converted into sound waves.
Yeah, it's not like if you're floating around in space, this is what you're going to hear.
Right.
You know?
But it is kind of fun, and this is for you guys.
that is intense, and you wonder why I'm afraid of space. And it's probably because the planets make sounds like creatures from hell.
Well, some of them are beautiful. I thought Jupiter was very beautiful, but yeah, like Mercury.
Dude, if you woke up to that
creepy.
sound and you didn't know where it was coming from, it's not beautiful. I'm sorry.
That's true.
Creepy.
That's true. Well, our own planet, as it spins on its axis in space, actually has an internal sound, which scientists have dubbed the humming sound. And European researchers now say this hum originates from the bottom of the ocean, and that's the new info that we're getting. The notion of the Earth's hum isn't new. Scientists have been looking into this actually since the 50s. But this is the first time it's been observed at the bottom of the ocean, and that's what I think is really interesting, because the way we observed this sound before is through seismic energy.
Yeah.
Okay. And when an earthquake happens, we can kind of look inside the earth because we can measure the seismic waves as they bounce off what's inside the earth, and we can actually get a clear picture of the interior of the earth. But we've only done that on land.
Yeah.
And it's very recent that we started to put seismic technology on the ocean floor. So for 11 months of recordings of 1,200 miles of seafloor in the Indian Ocean, just east of Madagascar, actually, scientists have been recording this data. And they went through the data, they cleaned it up, they made sure they took out everything that was waves or exterior type sound. And what was left is the sound of the earth. And I'd love to play it for everybody, but I can't. And the reasons why is because the planet's vibration is called something free oscillations, and it hovers between 2.9 and 4.5 millihertz.
Oh, so we can't hear it.
That's a frequency that's 10,000 times lower than what humans can actually pick up. Our hearing threshold is 20 hertz.
Oh, yeah.
This is a frequency that's 4.5 millihertz.
Yeah,
so
not
it's
even close.
there. You can scientists can detect it.
Yeah.
Just if I were to play it for you, we would sit here in silence. There it is. There, you heard the sound of the earth.
That was the sound of a moving warehouse outside. That's all I heard.
By studying the Earth's hum from the ocean, from the ocean bottom, basically, scientists can map out a detailed landscape of the Earth's interior, much the way they were doing on land. Currently, they can only look inside the planet during earthquakes, like I was saying, but this is allowing them to do it outside of that because they're at the ocean floor, which is very, 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 very cool. The researchers can't chart places that are far removed, like islands and that kind of thing, when we're just on, if they're setting up camp in North America. It's very hard. Just an island in the middle of the Pacific, we're not really getting any data from there. But on the ocean floor, we can pretty much get data from the entire world at that point. And this hum signal is droning and constant and can be detected literally all across the world, and it never breaks, never stops, never goes up, and never goes down. It's just a constant hum that our planet makes, and we're starting to learn more about that. And it makes sense when you really think about it. Our planet is a moving, evolving thing. There's, layers of tectonic plates and magma underneath, our feet right now, and that's why earthquakes happen, because plates are shifting and that kind of thing. So there is this movement, and that's got to create some sort of sound. Also, we know very little about the core of our planet.
We don't even really know much about the plates. It's just kind of mapped out by earthquakes. It's not like we've seen these things. It's really just a theory.
Right. So stuff like this is very interesting because it gives us a little bit more information, a little bit more insight into the place that we live, which is really cool because as technology gets better and we're able to go to the depths of the ocean and bring technology there and have this better technology to really look inside the earth, we can start to gain even more data about it. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's very weird.
It is kind of weird, though, to think about. To think that the earth is constantly just...
Yeah, I wonder if one day we'll be able to to really figure out what our core is made of from that sound.
I hope so.
Right? That's the idea, right?
That's the idea. The idea is to learn much more about the interior of our planet and our core, and that will in turn let us know even more about other planets and other solar systems and that kind of thing.
Yeah, we're still just guessing out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
It is pretty nuts.
I think, we always think about how, the theories were hundreds, thousands of years ago, and we kind of laugh at it like,
Right.
oh, what an archaic idea, like flat Earth.
Right.
And when the thing is, we're still that. We're still that in that infant phase of we're still just figuring things out. These are all just theories.
Yeah.
Mostly just guessing. We haven't laid eyes on any of this stuff.
Right.
It's pretty nuts.
It's pretty nuts, but it's a lot of fun. And if you want to learn more, there's some really cool websites out there that discuss this. And we're gonna continually find data as the years go on. It'll be exciting to figure it out together.
Yeah, definitely.
What fuels you?
So this week, I went on a road trip by myself, unfortunately, because D-Man, you were sick.
Yep.
And I drove down to New York City, and I got to meet and talk with the drummer of the death metal band Cannibal Corpse, Paul Mazurkowitz. And it was incredible to talk with him, not only from musician to musician, because I had a lot of questions for him like that, but he was with the band when it started in 1988. Yeah. And one of the things we talked about was back in the late 80s, metal as a musical genre was only then kind of being accepted into the widely mainstream consciousness. Metallica was making waves with their first album. You had other bands that were a little bit lower on the totem pole, than like Slayer and that kind of thing, that were just starting out in the late 80s, Suicidal Tendencies.
Yep.
And Cannibal Corpse comes on the scene, and they love these bands, but they want to be a little bit darker.
Yeah, they kicked it up a notch.
They wanted to have a little bit more horror, and they wanted to be, a little bit faster. And they kind of were at the forefront of what would become death metal.
Yep.
And one of the things that we talked about was what it was like to be doing something that no one else was doing. And when everyone else was being like, you should probably change your sound. You should probably be a little bit more radio friendly if you want to make it at all. And they were like, no, this is the music we want to do. And I think that's what I wanted to bring to What Fuels You this week, is that none of us should be afraid to try something new, to strike out on that path that's never been done before,
I mean, that's the basis of Death Wish Coffee.
Exactly. And I wanted to bring it around full circle to the company. That is the basis of Death Wish Coffee. Mike Brown, our owner, one day was sitting around with his customers at his coffee shop and realized that not only were they asking for a strong cup of coffee, but there literally was no one out there producing the world's strongest cup of coffee and being able to say that it was a good tasting cup of coffee.
Yeah, just like Cannibal Corpse, when they hit the scene and when they started to gain ground for the first time, then you started to see a lot of death metal bands pop up after that.
Yes.
And they created a genre, which is, once again, circling back around to Death Wish Coffee, there was no strongest coffee genre. And now all these other companies that wouldn't even exist unless we came out with this strong coffee company now are coming out. And now even the mainstream coffee companies like Folgers and Starbucks and all these companies are now realizing that this is a genre that has been created, and they need a horse in the race.
Yeah.
And that was the race that we made.
Right. And I think that's something, never let anyone tell you what you believe in can't be done.
Yeah.
Even if it's something that's never been tried, never is just on paper seems crazy. If you believe in it, it'll be that much more rewarding when you prove to everyone that it can be done. And that was what Paul was talking about, is everybody was telling them in the beginning, you're not going to make a living off of this.
Yeah.
Cut to 30 years later, they are the highest-selling death metal band in the world. They just came out with their 14th record, and they've toured the world more times than he can remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it for something that people were like, this will never fly, never be anything, and yet when you say the words death metal today, first of all, even people who don't listen to it have probably heard that term. And so it's a term that's in everybody's vocabulary.
Definitely.
And second of all, for even the most layman of people who know just the outskirts of metal, death metal is synonymous with Cannibal Corpse, and they
Right.
made that happen.
Right.
You know?
I forgot what book I took this saying from, but it's one of those sayings that's stuck, and it applies here. You want to be the first, the best, or different,
Yes.
and that is where you will find success.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're just another company or you're just another band. But what you really want is to be all three.
Right. And
You
that's lightning in a bottle. That's not always going to happen.
Right.
But you're right. Those are three things. The first, the best, or different. I mean, those, at least one of those should be something you're striving for all the time.
Yeah.
And, and that's, I love that. I've never even heard that before, this
Yeah.
moment, and I'm going to remember that forever. I
Yeah,
like
it's
that
one
a
of
lot.
those, 100 Ways to Success books or something like that.
A
I
lot
don't
of
remember.
times, sometimes just reading a book like that or seeing something like laid out, just like you just laid it out for me,
Yeah.
something like that'll stick with me. It'll stick in your brain, you
Yeah.
know? And like, it just has to be put in front of you to make that happen.
Actually, I
kinda thing.
think Eddie Fivey put that book in front of me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So let's throw back to our very first episode and our
Yeah.
very first guest.
Shout out to
actually.
Eddie Fivey and
Yeah.
the Eddie Fivey Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
There you go. So never be afraid to just strike out a new path and try something new. Be the best. Be different. Be new.
Yeah.
Be awesome. Be awesome.
Be awesome.
Community shout out.
So this week, when I'm looking for a community shout out, it's usually pretty easy. I'm going through all of our social media and I'm looking for people who are obviously posting a lot in the community of people who like the company and the podcast, hopefully too. But
Yeah.
that's not a prerequisite. It's more about Death Wish Coffee, and hopefully there's people out there enjoying it and kicking ass while they're enjoying it, and that's why we want to shout them out. Well, it's very rare we get something as heartwarming and adorable as this. We just started doing the ultimate golden tickets with the last couple mugs, where we've been doing the golden ticket for a while, where a couple weeks before we release a mug, you get the opportunity to maybe get a mug, delivered to you with an order before anybody else, which is very cool. But the last couple times, and we're going to keep doing it through 2018,
Yep.
we're doing the ultimate golden ticket where you get a variant color. We take a couple out of the pool, which is usually, 5,000 mugs or however many we make. We take a handful out of those out of there and glaze them a different color. And now those are the ultimate golden tickets. Well, community shout out this week goes to Sue Ellen Mobley and her husband, Kevin. She took a video of her husband, Kevin, opening the mug, and it's awesome because you can just feel how excited these two are for this.
Yeah.
And I loved it too, D-Man, especially for you because, we get to see the box that you designed for these mugs in action,
Just wait until next year. I know I've talked about it before, but I'm like this close to finishing what the boxes are going to be next year.
Even better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play that video for all of you. And once again, community shout out for Sue Ellen and her husband, Kevin.
No Vita water.
Go ahead. Death Wish. Just ordered it yesterday to try and get in on that. Oh, we got 2 more stickers. Yay. Oh, Kevin, I hope I got the mug. I hope I got the... What does it say?
Espresso capsules?
Right, yeah. That's for the espresso machine you're getting for Christmas. Just don't tell anybody.
10 of them.
Yay.
That yay.
Is that it? Is that it?
Collectibles.
Let's see. Look.
Collectible ceramic mug.
Be careful. Take your knife with the... Oh, would that be... Oh, that would be so sweet. Oh, that would be so sweet.
Well, we'll find out how sweet it is, as Jackie would say.
Oh, my baby's cold hands. What does it say?
A golden ticket.
A golden ticket. We got the golden ticket?
Says you got a golden ticket.
The golden ticket. Smile. Oh, did we get it? Oh, did we get it? We got it. We got it.
Oh, man.
Oh, my. Okay.
Best day ever.
Winds of change.
Sure enough.
Hold still. Winds of change. Oh, is there a number on the bottom?
4073 of 5,000.
Hold still. Oh, wonderful.
There, put that on your number too.
Play those numbers.
4073.
Thank you, Death Wish.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh my God, that is so
Oh,
hard.
man,
my
every
God.
time I watch that, my heart just grows. It's so good. We love seeing people like what we do.
Yeah.
You know, that's the real thing. Is like, it's great.
That's the payoff right
Yeah,
there.
it's great that we get to create some cool mugs and some cool merchandise and some amazing coffee. But when we see people as excited about it as we are, it's like, it touches you. It really does. So community shout out once more. Sue Ellen Mobley and her husband, Kevin.
Thanks for videotaping that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I felt like I was winning it right next to you.
Right. Last week, I let slip that we were going to give you an incredible sneak peek, and I'm not going to go back on that. We're going to do it. We showed you last week our Valhalla Java 2018 design. That's going to be our forever of this year Valhalla Java mug. Now, here is the Death Wish mug, and it's the brand new design. It's called the Hammer.
Wait, I got to put it down like a...
Smash. Yeah, there it is. And we're really, really excited about
Yo,
it.
this is on. Look at the color on this.
It's really cool. It's
Did you
black
see
and
the-
gray
Did you see the blues that
with a
came
little
out
bit
of
of
this
blue
gray?
in the gray. And I just love the design. Nobody's doing this design. I'll give you guys a couple pictures. Here's one of it completely unglazed over at Deneen Pottery, which is really cool. I love seeing them when they're unglazed. And obviously the one that D-Man has in his hand right now, there it is in all of its glory. But what I've got is I've got a special treat for everybody. Niles over at Deneen Pottery sent us a video of them making this new design. And for those of you guys who don't know about Deneen Pottery, why we love working with these guys is we do runs of these all the time. So you might think, oh man, they're just pumping out mugs and it's like a company like anything. What's really incredible about Deneen is they hand throw every single mug they make. Every single one of these is made by hand. And I have a video of this brand new design, the Hammer design, being finished in clay, and here it is. That is so mesmerizing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was that intense.
Yeah, it's so
Wow.
cool. And that's the brand. Nobody else has got this design yet. I'm sure after we come out with the mug in 2018, lots of people will be going
Hey.
to the need and getting them.
Be first,
Be
best,
yeah,
or be different, or all three, and that is this mug.
Yeah, so we could not be happier about this mug, and this will be, like I said, the 2018 mug. I'm not exactly sure when we're going to roll it out on the website.
Right.
It's going to be very soon. It's not going to be a numbered mug. You know, it is the full year, so, I mean, get it early if you want, but it's not like you're going to miss out. You'll be able to get it all year round.
I would want this mug right away.
And just to give you a little bit of a size, that this is our big tankard, the Old Man Winter one, and then that'll be the 2018.
Yeah, this will be a mug versus tankards.
Yeah, but it's nice. I just love the design of it. It's really, really cool. So
Yeah.
so there's your sneak peek. We're really excited about it. It's coming out very, 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 very soon. Got a couple Death Wish You a Happy Birthdays this week. First up on Friday, December 15th, Charlie Cox, Daredevil himself, is going to be 35 years old. There he is at Comic-Con, but I got the the Daredevil photo right
Pretty
there.
good series.
I like the Daredevil series. I really do.
I think it's the best they ever did with Daredevil. The only thing I would have to say is a downfall of those Marvel Netflix series is that they almost seem too long. They almost seem like, okay,
You're
this
not
is
the only one to say
many
that.
episodes.
You're not the only one to say that. They do top out about 12 or 13 episodes.
That's a lot.
I personally think they should be sticking around 10.
I think they should go for 8.
Yeah.
You know,
leave you wanting more.
not only that, they're drawing it out.
Yeah.
I think they could fit everything that they need to more efficiently with 8 episodes and still be this like epic.
Right.
You know. So, I don't know.
And it's like they planned it, but on Saturday, December 16th, Jessica Jones herself, the second Netflix Marvel superhero, Kristen Ritter, is celebrating a birthday. She's going to be 36. There she is, but she's also, like I said, Jessica Jones, who is an alcoholic superhero.
Yeah.
She's kind of fun when she
Is
gets
that her superpower?
She-
Alcoholism?
No, she has super strength. She can fly a little bit. And she's also a private investigator, so she's got like
Fly
that.
a little bit?
Yeah.
Like for a small amount of time or for just like a little bit of height?
No, for a small amount of time.
Oh.
Yeah, like
what's it, like 10 minutes? It's like, oh,
yeah,
better
it
land.
actually is. It's hard for her to maintain. Whereas like Superman, he just flies and it's like whatever. Like she as she flies, it's like she's flexing a muscle. So like after she flies for a little bit, it actually like she gets very weak after.
Does she get better over time, like using that muscle?
Are you talking about in the comics?
I guess.
Yeah, yes, she does.
Huh,
Yeah.
weird. Little geek moment there for
yeah.
you.
And I'll just here's a final photo. There's the two of them on set.
Aw.
Yeah, and if you missed it, they came out with all of them together as the Defenders, and now the Punisher, and Marvel's just a juggernaut that'll just keep going. But also Saturday, December 16th, the incomparable Billy Gibbons is going to be 68 years old. And if you don't know who Billy Gibbons is, this next photo might help you out. A little band called ZZ Top.
If anybody says Duck Dynasty, just stop.
There he is with Dusty Hill, the two of them. And it's funny because the third, the drummer, who's not pictured here, his name is Frank Beard, and he does not have a beard.
It's so weird. They do that on purpose. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
On Sunday, December 17th, a very happy birthday to Mila Jovovich. I got her name terrible. Mila Jovovich did it, right?
Yeah, no, that's just hurt watching you do that. It's okay, though. We'll just move through it.
She's going to be 42 years old, a very, very beautiful woman, and I know one of D-Man's favorite movies right here, Multipass?
Yes.
The Fifth Element. I love that movie.
Chicken good.
So good. Such a good. And speaking of movies, finally, Monday, December 18th, a happy birthday to the iconic Steven Spielberg. He's going to be 71 years old, the man behind the camera of some of the most incredible movies out there, including E.T., Jurassic Park, Jaws. And if you subscribe to HBO, there is an incredible new documentary about his career out right now.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's excellent. And I warn you, because when you get done watching it, my wife and I watched it, and as soon as we were done, we were like, we have to now watch all the Steven Spielberg movies because they go through his career, and you're like, that movie's great. That movie's great. That movie's great. Yeah, so I warn you, you're in for it when you watch it, but it's an incredible documentary.
Crazy thing is, dude is still knocking it out of the park.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. In fact,
insane.
His newest movie, which is just about to come out, I'm very, very excited for, Ready Player One.
I know, that looks good. Did you read the book?
I did not, but I know the premise of the story, and that is enough to just, I'm in. Check.
I liked it.
You read the book?
Yes.
I gotta read it.
My brother told me to read it. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I got through it all. I wouldn't say it was like the best book, but I could see why it was so mainstream.
Yeah.
Because it kind of...
It touches on a lot of
appeals-
mainstream stuff.
Yeah, appeals
Yes.
to a lot of different ages, which
Yep.
is...
and fandoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it gave a really clear look at like where games are going.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it'll be kind of a revolutionary movie where
Very exciting.
it'll be one of those things that technology will be driven by the ideas from this movie.
Yes.
That's what I see happening.
Yes. And the new trailer for that movie is out right now if you guys want to go check that out. I smell something.
I smell a roast.
That's what it was. It was a roast.
It wasn't a fart.
So this week I got a fun roast for you, D-Man. Something that I've been seeing happen a lot as of late, and it just boggles my mind. Gold in food. And I'm talking the actual metal, not like a gold paint or like an edible gold, fondant or whatever. I'm talking like gold leaf, gold flecks, gold whatever in food. Why are we doing this?
So right off the bat, Goldschlager, right?
Goldschlager,
you
yeah.
get it. It's marketability. And when they did it, nobody else was doing it.
Yeah.
And they did put a little magnifying glass on the bottom of the bottle.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, and it's really not much money worth of gold flecks in there. It kind of looks cool and kind of makes it feel fancy. But I get it. I get Goldschlager, but from what you're telling me, Jeff, it gets a little ridiculous.
Well, I looked into it, and I mean, okay, first of all, there are French chefs out there, like the chefs out there who have garnished with gold for centuries. And I can kind of understand that. Okay, you make this beautiful dish, and you take like a very small fleck of gold, and that's what you top your dish with, and it pops, it gives it that spark.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be eaten. It's just a garnish, and I'm talking about the really high-end stuff. The plates that people take pictures of because it looks like a piece of art and not something
I see people take pictures of gravy fries.
It's true. It's true. But the history of putting gold in food goes back to medieval Europe. Gold and precious stones back in that time were thought to have virtues and mysterious powers. So the thought was if you add that to food, the food will take on those powers, and then subsequently when you eat that food, you would get the powers. But they wouldn't leave it in there. What a lot of chefs would do in medieval times for like kings and queens and stuff, they would say make a soup. And in the bottom of the soup, they'd put like diamonds and sapphires in the bottom of the soup, make the soup, and then ladle out the diamonds and sapphires before they served it to the king. But it would be told to the king, oh, your jewels were in the soup, and therefore, the virtues of these stones. We've thus gotten to be a smarter species.
Okay, this comes down to just juvenile thinking.
Right.
And this is what I mean by juvenile thinking. When a little kid finds something that's cool and shiny and neat, what's he going to do?
Right.
He puts it in his mouth.
Right.
Right? That's the
Right.
first thing he do. That's what we're doing. We're like, oh, gold, this is neat. It's worth a lot. Put it in my mouth.
Right.
It's so ridiculous.
And like I said, you mentioned Goldschlager, which has been around forever, and it's that licorice liqueur that's got little flecks of gold in it. But I've been seeing gold crop up on everything. One thing that it's been happening a lot for a couple decades now is wedding cakes. And again, I guess I could understand. You fleck it with gold leaf, and it looks, super fancy. Obviously, weddings are a very fancy affair. They can be very fancy. They can be millions of dollars fancy sometimes, depending on how rich you're marrying into.
I think it's so hilarious when pretentiousness moves all the way into stupidity.
Right.
Like you are so pretentious that you are too stupid to realize you're doing something dumb.
Right.
And this is when you get, oh, I want a gold cake for my wedding. You're stupid. I'm sorry. I said it.
Or what about street food? Like ice cream, literally flecked in gold leaf. And this ice cream cone is a $150 ice cream cone. Why would I want to do that? Why? I don't care if I have the disposable income. I don't care if I'm the 1% out there, the richest of the rich. Why am I wasting money on this? Why? Just as a status?
I hope
to walk
this gives
down the
you,
street?
I hope this gives you colon issues. Like deeply. I deeply hope this is happening, that it's getting stuck somewhere in your small intestine, and right now a big infection is building up. And it's just coinciding with your stupidity, and you're going to die in the next 2 years because you're eating gold.
Well, what's funny is that gold, as a precious metal, does not break down in a human digestive system.
It's happening. I love it.
So it doesn't stay in your system either. It goes through your intestine and out the way the waste normally goes out, and then into the sewer system. So panning for gold becomes very weird when you start to think about it.
You're literally shitting gold.
Yes, you are.
Amazing.
And it gets even weirder. Back in 2011, 2012, there was a food truck in New York City that tried to make a joke. And they made this for real, but this was a joke. It was a burger truck, and their burgers, they put a price point on their burgers as a joke. Their normal burgers cost $6.66.
Right.
I think Death Wish Coffee would have liked these guys.
Yeah.
Well, they made a burger called the Douche Burger, and this burger was Kobe beef wrapped in faux gras, and topped with lobster and caviar and gold leaf on the cheese. And the cheese was melted from the steam of boiling champagne. This burger cost $666 because of their price point. And they put it out there as, haha, the douche burger. Guess what? They sold a couple. Because people want
Are
douches, apparently. They wanted to frickin' have this. I don't understand it. I mean, now granted, put lobster on top of my burger, that seems pretty fancy to me.
That sounds great, actually.
I'll eat that. I'm not going to pay $700 for it, though, especially with those
even some caviar on that. And so all of it sounds great right up into that's like, oh, now it's dumb when you put gold in it.
Fast forward to 2017, it's still happening. There is a I did not stutter, $2,000 pizza. A pizza, something that should cost $10 at most. $2,000 for this pizza. It's topped with caviar and gold leaf, and that is an obsessive amount of gold on that.
I hope you break your teeth.
Ugh. Why? Why are we so, as a society, there's so, and okay, we can get into the whole, there are so many poor people in the world and poor countries in the world, and why are we wasting money, and I get that. I'm not even on that horse. I'm on the horse of, why are we ingesting this? Why are we doing this? I like food too much. I don't want it covered in metal. What is wrong with people? It doesn't even look fancy. That doesn't look appetizing or fancy.
No, it looks like you're going to hurt your teeth. It's probably grinds and grits and
It doesn't add any flavor at all. There's no health property for it. If you ingest a teaspoon of gold a day,
We did find that gold flake toothpaste that was claiming that it's better for your teeth.
Yeah, but of
that?
course it's claiming that it's better for your teeth. Yeah, when I was researching this, I obviously we're sticking on why put gold in food for our roast. But if you really go down the rabbit hole,
and we did.
As a stupid human species, we put gold on everything. There's gold toilet paper out there. So while you're shitting gold from your food, you can wipe your ass with gold.
I got an idea.
Oh, no. D-Man has an idea.
I don't think I should say it just in case we do it.
Oh, okay. So
I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I'm going to call it now.
Okay.
A Deneen pottery mug with gold flakes.
With gold flakes.
In
the glaze?
Yeah.
Now, see, but that's not food and that's not wasteful. That could be going back to what we were talking about with a golden ticket. How cool of a golden ticket would that be if we did one where, the golden
we
ticket
should stop
ones...
right now. No, I feel like, if anybody does this before we do it, I'm going to find you.
And I'm going to force gold down your throat.
We're going to have a roast, but we're going to have a real roast.
With you.
We're going to have issues. Flame. Is my idea. I'm going to talk to John.
Hey, maybe we can make it happen. But I just don't understand our obsession with eating gold. I don't get it. I don't get it. Ingesting a metal. I mean, I understand wanting to be fancy, but again, I'd much rather be fancy by just going out and getting lobster on my burger, not gold.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to eat gold?
Yeah, weigh in on this. What do you think about eating gold? Okay, let's say scenario. Here's a pizza. It's $20. Would you like to try it with some gold flakes on top?
No.
For free?
No.
No added price, just some gold flakes.
No.
Just to say you tried it.
Damn it. Now I want just to say you tried it, I would do it. But again, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about
people doing this just so they can say they tried it? I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to, right?
Okay, fine. Then you're pissing away $2,000.
Okay, let's say you're a bajillionaire.
Okay.
It doesn't mean anything.
I guess.
You just get to. Now I'm starting to see the reason.
Ugh.
We're just too poor, Jeff. We're
Ugh.
just too poor to realize how cool this really is.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Stop eating gold. Just stop it. Stop eating gold.
Or die.
Or die.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
D-Man's Death Wish Update. Brought to you by Death Wish Coffee.
All right, D-Man. What do we got?
Well,
it's been sitting here the whole time.
We've had it here the whole time. By the way, share the episode, win this mug. But if you don't win the mug and you're a subscriber, you can buy this on
Today.
Right now.
We've been saying this for a while, and hopefully it's not falling on deaf ears, but if you are a coffee subscriber of Death Wish Coffee, we just started doing this thing where the day before the mug is released, we're releasing it to subscribers. And it's been going well, but it's getting bigger every single time. And just to let you guys know, there's gonna be a moment, maybe, where when the mug is actually released, there'll be very few of them to get. Because all subscribers,
none.
or because all the subscribers are going to get.
We'll let that happen.
Yeah. Who knows? But if you're a subscriber, today you're going to get an email. You probably already have it that is letting you know that you're able to order the mug. And if you're not a subscriber, you're going to be able to get the Old Man winner tomorrow on Thursday, which is really exciting because this is the last mug of the year. We're really excited for it to go out. And again, if you're obviously watching the show, you're listening to the podcast, subscribe to the newsletter. Those are the best ways to find out about our new mug releases. But also, text the word MUGS, M-U-G-S, to 484848. And that's our text opt-in list. And every time that we release a mug, the day we release the mug and it goes up on the site, you'll get a text message with a link right to the mug right on your phone.
But always the best way to get it is to be a coffee subscriber member.
Yeah.
Sign up for it. You know you're going to drink the coffee, and this gives you a lot of really cool benefits. Not only will you get, the first crack at the mugs, but we're giving freebies to our subscribers now, so you don't miss a thing. In fact, you probably get most of the freebies. It's pretty intense. You're probably getting your packages with 2 or 3 freebies in it. Right
yeah, especially if you're only getting a subscription every month or every couple months, you'll get all the freebies that happen. And so it's like it's Christmas every couple months for you.
Yeah, you get a pile of goodies. So it's really never better to be a subscriber than now, man.
Yeah, and speaking of subscribers, you know what freebie they're going to get? Just this week, we released the trucker hat. We re-released the trucker hat. That was our freebie. So any subscriber that's going to be getting it since that day is going to have a hat coming with them too. So that's pretty rad.
Yeah, and it also kind of makes sure that you get the freebie and you don't have to worry about getting the purchase in when the freebies are released. So if you're a normal buyer, yesterday, if you made a purchase, you got the hat. But if you made a purchase today, you might not get the hat.
Yeah.
Where if you're a subscriber, even if your subscription goes in next week, you're still going to get that hat.
Yeah.
We set aside that inventory for all the subscribers to get everything. It's really a badass deal.
It really is.
On top of getting, a heavy discount on all our coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't lose.
You can't lose. Last thing I want to bring up on the update this week actually is we've been saying this every single week. It's coming to the end of the year. It's coming to the holiday season. Obviously, we're going to do some deals. Obviously, we've been rolling out. You guys have been seeing us roll out as much as we possibly can. That Christmas season, that December 25th, is right around the corner. So I want to let you guys know that this Saturday, December 16th, is the last day to order if you want your shipments guaranteed by Christmas. I mean, that's a weird word to throw out there because USPS can be weird sometimes, and we work with them to try and alleviate all the problems that we possibly can. But just doing the math, of normal shipping, if you order on Saturday, December 16th, that's the final day that you'd be guaranteed to be under the tree on Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, around this time, in my department, we we bump up the shipping priority
Right.
Around this time, and we pay more to ship to you guys. We don't charge you more, just so we can get that package to you on time.
Yeah.
So we're dude, our fulfillment side of things is running top notch right now. They're getting out all the packages as quick as possible. So everything should run really smoothly this year.
Yeah,
Knock on some wood.
Knock on some wood. And finally, we talked about it earlier in the show, but coming out very soon, that 2018 Hammer from Naneem Pottery and Death Wish Coffee. Yeah, Hammer. I can't wait for this mug to come out.
I was hoping the table would break when I did that.
Can't wait for you guys all to get this mug. That'll be our 2018 yearly mug. And that's it. We have a couple more surprises towards the end of the year, but we don't want to roll them all out at once. So.
We got a lot of surprises at the beginning of next year too. It's I know of quite a few that are really cool.
So we're gonna put a pin in it for this week. Tune back in next week for some more awesome Death Wish Coffee news.
Cheers.
That's the show, guys. Thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you so much for sharing. Like we said one last time, share this episode right now. Comment share in the comments. We'll pick a lucky winner at random to win this mug. We'll send it right out to you. We'll sign it for you. And it's the Old Man winner. It's the last one of 2017. We really enjoy doing this show for you guys. We got some new stuff coming in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, make sure to keep an ear out for the spectacular episode of Walker Stalker. It's going to be fantastic.
Yep, that's coming out tomorrow along with normal episode number 54 with the drummer of Cannibal Corpse, Paul Mazurkowitz. So you got 2 episodes tomorrow. It's like an early Christmas.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week with another show and another good time.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
This has been Fueled by Deathcast, a Death Wish Coffee Company podcast production. Thanks for listening.